Nityanandam. With all auspicious blessings and grace of my Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, I welcome you to this series, a new series, Jump Out of Depression and Suffering. And the reason I pick up depression and suffering as the most common series and topics I love to talk about is, I feel it's really foolish of people to be suffering from so-called depression when Swamiji is amongst all of us. I find that the most silliest of things, and I feel so sad because if I have seen anybody who can make people walk out of depression and suffering without a side effects, without prescriptions, without any words, it was only Swamiji, and by the grace of his Diksha. I've seen people who even just standing around him, their spirits feel so uplifted. Their spirit, as in their mind, their consciousness starts lifting up automatically. Which is why I feel there is such a randomly ridiculous epidemic of depression and suffering in the world, which does not need to exist. You just need to come and be in Swamiji's presence, or get one Diksha, or listen to one of his discourses on YouTube, and just by looking at him, just by seeing him, maybe looking is not the actual right word. It's like when you see your favorite deity or when you see your favorite God, how your consciousness starts feeling lighter, feeling more valued in the world. That is how every human being I have seen feels when they see Swamiji. When that has been my experience, I wish to share this with as many people as possible so each of them benefit. I feel people who do not know about Swamiji will be making a big mistake in their life if they do not know about him. And people who know about him and yet don't come to him because of certain perceived socialistic ideas, or because of this randomly idiotic media perception that is stuffed down our throat, I feel very, very sad for them, because suffering and depression is something you have created by yourself, out of which you are unable to come out. It's like you have dug the hole so deep, you have not even realized that you have dug it yourself. And only when you realize you have dug it yourself, or someone is able to show you clearly with no edited words or no goody words, with no chocolatey words, but drilling right into your being, saying, excuse me, you have created this, you need to get out of it, and I am here to support you. If you just stretch your hand, I will pull you out of it. When you have such a beautiful being around us, anybody missing out on this would be really sad. Which is why I keep coming back to depression and suffering, because I'm seeing so much of suffering across everybody, be it even kids. It is so sad that kids as young as 10, 15 go through suffering. In fact, I don't remember this word suffering when I was 10 or 15. But of course, we all grow up, we tend to have ambitions, we tend to have failures, we tend to have so many things in life that we perceive as suffering, we perceive as cheating, we perceive as being unfair. So when these things happen, we start thinking that life is suffering. It's a perception. When you start ruminating on suffering, 70% of your time goes into thinking, ruminating about this suffering. It is like that, pickled cucumbers which we marinate in vinegar. Your suffering is very much like that. You start thinking of suffering, and once the word and the idea of suffering comes inside you, you keep marinating into it, and you yourself don't know when it has become a stinking lifestyle of yours. And now you think, oh, I'm suffering, everybody's suffering, life is suffering. No, life is not suffering. Swamiji is very clear life is not suffering, and Swamiji has shown to all of us that life is not suffering. It is your thoughts, your decisions that has made your life a suffering. To know, understand this clearly, the best way would be is to attend any one of the programs that Swamiji is conducting. But getting out of it, if you're determined to get out of the suffering, this nonsensical mental pattern that we've got into, then attend the 21-day Inner Awakening program. Many viewers have started writing in saying, oh, you're promoting Inner Awakening program. I am not promoting Inner Awakening program. I'm sharing with you what is the best thing you can do to your life. How you decide to go about it, it is your decision. If you don't want to do it, don't do. The loss is not ours, the loss is yours. If I've read a fantastic book that I know has created an impact in the way I think and perceive people see things, for example, Machiavelli's Prince, or the stories of the great Krishnadevaraya, or the history of Maharaj Shivaji, any of these books, or the Helen of Troy, or the Odyssey, or the poetry of Ulysses, or Alfred Lord Tennyson's poetries, if I read any of these, I feel they have created an impact in my mind. So I do share it with my friends and family. Likewise, Inner Awakening is the only thing that you need to do in your life. It's a life's best investment for you to empower yourself. When all of us can spend money to buy books that we want to read, spend money to buy tickets to go for a movie, which is only a 3-hour temporary happiness, Inner Awakening is a life transformation program. And I want to share it with the world. How you all perceive it? You want to take up this life transformation program, redesign your life, rewire your life to better, it's your decision. But sharing with you is my decision because I know this is the best thing in anybody's life, for anybody's life. You will never get this kind of a program ever again anywhere else in the world. Only when you are able to see and understand that the so-called depression, that the so-called suffering is a perception, is your thoughts that have manifested into your mind and clouded your mind like the cloudy days, the cloudy rainy days when the whole sky is covered by the grey clouds. Like that, only when you realize that your whole mind is covered by the grey clouds of your own creation of suffering, your own perception of suffering, you will not make an attempt to clear out the grey clouds and to see the sky, the beautiful, and life is a struggle. For that, Inner Awakening is the only program I would like to say. Other than that, you have so many discourses on YouTube that Swamiji has shared. He has shared every technique, everything that he has shared with us, with the whole world. You can try that out. And if you have any questions regarding how to get out of suffering or what else you need to do, please leave your comments, questions and clarifications in the inbox below and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching. Nityanandam.